Every massive ship on Earth is painted red below the waterline. Not orange, not brown, red. And it's not for looks. The real reason involves a creature you've probably never heard of, and a little detail most people have never noticed. For most of history, ships were made of wood. And wood, as you might guess, does not love seawater. Crossing an ocean took weeks, sometimes months. Slow, soaked, and perilous. The ocean has a lot of hungry creatures, and for them, a wooden ship was a feast. The moment the hull touched water, it started collecting passengers. Algae, seaweed, barnacles stacking thick as fish scales. And one creature worth naming, the shipworm. Shipworms aren't actually worms. They're long, pale mollusks, basically clams, that use their shells like drill bits to bore tunnels straight through wood. All of this had a name: biofouling. Sounds harmless.
Yes.
It wasn't.
Okay.
A fouled ship dragged tons of living weight glued to its outside. Top speed could drop by half. Meanwhile, shipworms turned the hull into Swiss cheese from the inside out. In an age where speed meant surviving, biofouling wasn't an inconvenience. It was a death sentence on a slow timer. So sailors needed a fix, something the ocean itself couldn't cling to. In the 1760s, the British Royal Navy tried something bold. They nailed sheets of pure copper across the bottom of every warship. Copper is quietly toxic. In salt water, it leaks ions that poison anything trying to latch on. Barnacles couldn't stick. Shipworms couldn't chew. It worked so well, the phrase copper-bottomed still means bulletproof today. Then the Industrial Revolution arrived. Wooden hulls were replaced by iron. And iron had a problem. Bolt copper to iron, drop it in salt water, and you've built a battery. Current flows. The iron dissolves. Chemists call it galvanic corrosion, and it ate ships faster than the worms ever did. So chemists got clever. They ground the copper into fine powder, mixed it into paint, and coated the hull. No metal-on-metal contact, no battery, same poison. The active ingredient was, and still is, copper-1 oxide. And copper-1 oxide has exactly one natural color: deep, rusty red. Ships didn't pick red, chemistry picked it for them. That same paint still coats every major cargo ship today. Because a clean hull burns less fuel, and a fouled one can raise fuel costs by up to 40%. But the color? That's a choice now. Modern paint can be any shade: whites, neon green, blues, even full-scale artwork. Unlike tires, which have to be black. More on that in this video. Where were we? So ships have the option. They just keep picking red. Okay, so is that it? No. There's one more reason the red stayed, and it's the one almost nobody notices. Look at the side of any loaded ship. You'll see a short horizontal mark near the waterline, with letters stamped beside it. TF, F, T, S, W. That's the Plimsoll line. It tells the crew exactly how deep the ship can legally sit, based on the season and the saltiness of the water below. Sharp black hole above, sharp red hole below. From half a mile out, in fog, in fading light, you can read a ship's load at a glance.
Alas, my children,